host, Heather, and I am a manifestation business strategist. And today we're going to be talking about how to attract an overflow of abundance into your life so you can create financial and time freedom that will allow you to be less stressed and more present in your day-to-day life. Saying things like, I can't manifest or create an overflow, I don't know how to manifest extra, or I can only manifest what I need and nothing more, are all examples of thoughts that are creating the energy of lack and scarcity that will keep us from having more than we need or keep us at a place where we are barely getting by. You should be able to identify it because notice this is when you're feeling stressed about work or anxious about making a sale or just stressed in general. Once you have found the limiting story that you are telling yourself, start practicing replacing it by saying, up until now, this has been the case, but I am learning to manifest an overflow. Meanwhile, practicing this new way of thinking can be pivotal for you and create quick and sometimes instant results. Some of our limiting stories go a little deeper and need to be healed at the root. The root of limitations is always going to come back to a fear. This could be a fear of judgment, embarrassment, failure, rejection, or being outcasted or abandoned by the people we care about. These fears are extremely common for creative or spiritual entrepreneurs like myself that tend to challenge the thoughts, perspectives, and beliefs of the masses and hope to inspire people to heal or to think differently. So this means if we're having trouble accepting the new belief that we are practicing, we will need to look inward to be able to genuinely rewire the limitation. If you are extremely honest with yourself, are there any fears attached to the story that you're telling yourself that's creating the limitation to begin with? Are you afraid of what others will think if you are successful? Is there anything you worry will come with this overflow of abundance that you feel you aren't prepared to handle? If so, these fears need to be looked at more closely because they are the root of the limiting story creating the limiting mindset, and they will always hold us back. For my clients, I would help them get clear on what fear specifically is getting in the way, and then we would take some time to assess the fear by asking some questions. Is this fear true? Really happen? If it does happen, what would the worst thing be? Is there anything we can do to lessen the risk? What do we need to be genuinely okay if the worst thing happened so we can move forward? I had a client whose goal was to get out of her draining 9-to-5 job and create an energy healing practice. She struggled with taking the next steps to put things in place to be able to begin this journey because she feared she wouldn't be safe to leave the security of a regular paycheck. Together, we looked at the realistic possibility of her not making the money as an energy healer and worked together to decide if the risk was worth taking. We had already come up with a plan for what she would do for income as a freelancer while she built her energy healing practice that would create the financial and time freedom that she was longing for. So we looked at the possibilities of that being the best that it would get for her and energy healing only ever staying as a hobby that she does when she feels called to do it. This helped her begin to take the next steps needed to create her freelancing practice so that she could quit the 9-to-5 and take all the time she needed to create a thriving energy healing practice. The next thing you will need to attract an overflow of abundance is clarity on how much money you need in the first place to be in an overflow and how you plan to attain it. This means you need to be clear on how much money you want to make monthly or annually to support the life that you want to live. Continuing the story of my client, she knew based on her current income that she needed to bring in $10,000 per month in order to have more money than she needed to survive and allow herself to feel comfortable. With the plan that we made to help her see her fears and the realistic possibilities of her outcomes, we were able to make a clearly detailed plan for what she needed to focus on to make this money as a freelancer. Thanks to the career target outline I created for her, we were able to see that as a freelancer, she could realistically bring in the $10,000 per month in half of the working hours she was putting in at her current 9-to-5. We were also able to create realistic action steps for her to take to begin to build the freelance practice while continuing to work at her 9-to-5 until she was bringing in enough money to safely make the transition. We were able to do this by creating very clear goals around her income and creating realistic ways for her to bring the income in while also being able to have the time to do everything else that was important to her, like her self-care or her time with her family. Which brings us to having a schedule that allows you to manage your time in a way that will reflect the outline created for attaining your goals. I have my clients create time blocks to dedicate for each thing they need to prioritize. What hours are dedicated to whatever is making you money currently? What hours do you have available to work on the new way of creating income or to do what you need to do to make more money in your current work? It's important to also schedule time blocks for yourself in your home and social life so you don't burn yourself out and you are able to feel relaxed while you're creating the new career, expanding your current career, or whatever you are doing to attract the abundance through your physical actions. The final segment of today's training is on surrendering and detaching. Having the steps from segment 1 and 2 in place can be helpful for making this part happen. It's important to remain unattached to the outcome while also being genuinely content with where you are at currently. I am willing to bet that you have things in your life today that you have worked hard to create that you may not be fully appreciating. Having a daily gratitude practice can be helpful in allowing you to stay present and content with where you are currently. I know sometimes this can be easier said than done, but if you are so attached to the future and your goals, it will create an energy that is putting out the frequency of not having what you want, which will repel the manifestation from coming to you. The law of attraction will only give you what you are focused on. The universe doesn't hear what you do and don't want. It only hears the focus and the energy behind it. Energy flows where attention goes. If you are thinking that you need to make a sale or you need to get out of your current job, the universe will feel this energy of desperation or fear or scarcity and will take it as you aren't grateful for the sales that you've already made or the job that you currently have and can't handle what's happening in your life currently. The universe will not give you more or better because you aren't fully appreciating where you are currently. And this may be unintentional, but it is repelling the manifestation from allowing you to have more or create more into your life. However, if you can feel abundant today and find ways to genuinely appreciate where you are in a way that helps you feel already wealthy, the universe will match this frequency and allow you to attract more of this experience to you. Those who are grateful receive more. Those who complain lose what they have. If you are enjoying today's video so far, make sure you subscribe to my channel for weekly videos, things related to manifestation, chakra activation, and creating success through the divine. If you haven't downloaded my Manifestation Mastery Guide yet, make sure you do that by clicking the link below this video. To wrap today's video up, remember to monitor your mindset because it's always creating your experience. Be sure to be clear on what it is you are going to do to bring abundance into your physical reality and have a daily practice to help you stay joyful in the present moment so you aren't trying to control or force any outcomes. If you enjoyed today's video, let me know your thoughts or any questions you have in the comments and I'll be sure to follow up with them. I'll see you in the next video, and I'm rooting for you to manifest miracles.